Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? It is a weird question because governments are supposed to have 5 year plans. No, why should we? And yet, in spite of having all the right qualifications, interviewers sometimes tend to decide whether or not they're going to hire a person based on this answer. Which is why in today's video, we're going to see what do the interviewers want to know about you by asking this question. 3 elements to include while you answer, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, along with some examples. And in the end, I'll give you a bonus tip that'll change your perspective about this question. So without further ado, let's begin. I speak from experience. Hiring is a tedious process. You have to conduct interviews, do all the legal work, train new people, and also pay them while they are learning how to work at your company. So why will interviewers spend so much time, money, and energy in you if your plan is to leave the job soon? With that understanding, let's first see how not to answer. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I don't know. It sounds like you are not serious about your career. I see myself 5 years older. Who knows if your interviewer will have a sense of humor or not? So why take the risk? In 5 years, I plan to be the CEO of this company. It takes a lot of effort to run a company. So not only is this answer immature, but also ignorant. Plus, the interviewer might think that because you have unrealistic expectations, you will leave the company when you are not promoted according to your liking. And last but not the least, don't be too specific. I plan to be a group project manager living in the UK with a package of 1 crore per annum. It's good to have goals, but specify your goals in the form of actions, not results. Because you can control your actions but not what they will result into. I'm going to explain what I mean by that with examples in the next segment. But before that, here are the things that the interviewer wants to know about you by asking this question. Number 1, if you're ambitious and have really thought about your career. If your long-term goals align with the company's, and if there is an overlap between what you want to do and what they can provide. They basically want to figure out who are the ones who want this job only versus people who are on a lookout for a quick solution to their unemployment. So if there are a set of candidates with similar qualifications and experience, then the interviewer will most likely pick you if you seem more dependable and check these boxes. Now you might be wondering, so Taskeen, you don't want me to be honest while answering this question? Relax. I want you to be honest. The only difference between honest and hired is presentation. The truth needs to be presentable. And that brings us to the 3 elements that you can include while answering, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Element number 1, excitement. There's a reason why you're applying to this company, this job, this role. So tell them how excited you will be if you get a chance to work there. For example, one of the things that attracts me about working at XYZ is that it's a 2-year-old startup. And along with that comes the opportunity to don many hats. As a sales executive in the next 5 years, not only will I have an opportunity to build my customer service skills, but I also hope to use my web designing abilities to refine the company's website. But what I am most excited about is to learn about the industry from the most highly regarded agents in the business. You can also talk about the training or the learning opportunities a company offers and how it aligns with your career goals. For example, I am looking forward to being a part of the teaching faculty at XYZ school. Even though I'll be joining as a teaching assistant, in the next 5 years, I aim to complete the teacher training course at your school, learn from the senior staff, and build my expertise. I entered the field of education to make a real difference to the lives of students, and I'm looking to build my career here and progress not only to the role of a teacher but also mentor new talent who might join at the same level as I am right now. The teacher talks about building her career at the XYZ school, has researched about their training programs, and tells why she has joined the field of education. That shows that she has a plan, excitement, and grit. Another example can be like, even though I'm joining as a senior video editor and graphic designer, in the next 5 years, I would love to grow and take up more responsibility in the creative direction area. In my past job, I have seen how leaders can take analytical decisions and turn a monotonous campaign into a successful one. And that motivates me to strengthen my expertise so that I can understand a customer's requirements and make a difference. Element number 2, talk about what you will do rather than who you will be. Instead of saying in the next 5 years, I will be the head of the editorial department, talk about how. For example, I'm excited about the opportunity of being a blogger at your company. So for the first 1 to 2 years, I'd like to continue developing my writing skills. And once I've established my credibility and have a thorough understanding of the company's processes, in the next 3 to 5 years, I'd like to see this role turn into a bit of an editorial position where I build strategies for the editorial team and also help edit other writers' work. Now there are 2 things you need to notice in this answer. Number 1, instead of just mentioning that I want to be the head of the editorial department, I mentioned what actions I will take to get there. And number 2, it is best to divide your answer into short-term and long-term goals. So short-term goals can be about using your current skills effectively and getting to know the company better. And your long-term goals can be about how you can take up more responsibilities or make the company function better or solve their pain points. Another example can be, while I join as a part of the junior management, in the first 2 years, my short-term goal is to learn as much as possible about the functioning of the bank and its various banking products. Since I will be a front office holder, I will spend considerable time in excelling customer request handling and escalation management. Long term, my goal is to become a supervisor for sections such as term deposits, retail loans, or agricultural loans, depending on the requirement. I aim to work hard and build a long-term career working for this bank. Element number 3, predict what the company needs. Some companies, especially startups, evolve every day. And for that, it's important that you research about the company and predict what skills they might need in the future. For example, we at Skillo are looking to hire a social media manager. And I'm not sure, along with the current business, what influx of opportunities are going to come our way in the future. So in the answer, I want them to tell me what they're going to learn that'll help the company in the next 5 years. Maybe like this. In the first year as a social media manager, I would like to know more about how Skillo works and be responsible for conceptualizing and tracking all social media campaigns. But as I read on your website, Skillo focuses on making education useful and accessible through videos. So in the next 5 years, I'd like to develop my graphic design skills and learn softwares like Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro. I believe long term, these interests of mine would help me experiment with different content creation formats and also help grow your social media audience. It is great to showcase what skills outside of work you plan to acquire, but don't go overboard. Otherwise, people might think you have a life. Jokes apart, talk about hobbies and interests, but present it in a way that complements your role. So those were the 3 elements of the formula. Look, it's simple. Figure out what your goals are. Figure out what the company wants. The interviewer wants to know if there is an overlap, because this overlap is the reason why you will stay with that company for the next 5 years. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? is not just a question that will help you get a job, but it's a question that will help you understand what you want to do in life. So today's bonus tip is this. Before you answer this question in front of an interviewer, answer this question for yourself first. Because it's not just the company that's interviewing you, but you are also interviewing the company. And you will be happy in your career only if your company will help you get to where you want to be 5 years from now. So take a step back and answer this question for yourself first so that you apply for the right jobs, the right role, and the right company. On that note, I'll see you in the next video.